My daughter's garage here with another quick and easy garage video. This one is for doing epoxy flooring in our new house, and previous owner did one part epoxy, the cheap stuff, and I'm gonna guess that it wasn't prepared properly. So initially I went at it with this DeWalt with some 80 grit. You know, they say you scuff it with 180, it should be good enough. I did it with 80 grit. I did the whole floor, right? I hadn't done the stair initially because it looked all right, but I did the whole floor. I mean, what a job. But then I realized I slept on it, and I'm like, it's not, you know, all my car buddies were like giving me a hard time, telling me it wasn't going to be enough. So they're probably right. So rather than go to the expense of, you know, you're in about $500, a little under, for the rock solid kit. I'm gonna do epoxy shield on top of that, custom flakes and some grit. So, I mean, why do a crappy job that's gonna peel up? So I ended up renting the tool from Home Depot. This thing is a monster. It's not that heavy to put into your car, truck, in the trunk or whatever, because the handle drops down so you can kind of angle it. I was able to put it in the back of the Yukon, no problem. What I will say is, it is a monster. And let me see if I can tilt this down, show you it's basically a giant flap wheel. When you rent it, it's called a concrete preparer. And then this is $90 to rent, but it's technically, you wear them down. So I probably should have made sure they gave me one with brand new teeth, but you know, I got the job done. And it basically just, see, spins on. You can take it off. You pop it on and spin it into place, and it's good to go because it spins in the opposite direction. You got your power cord. Has a funky cord, but it includes the extension. Plug it in, obviously. There is a safety, so you pop the safety right here. Pop that. Pull the trigger. I guess I have to pull both. Oh yeah. So yeah, good demonstration. There's a lot of torque on that thing. So basically, the best thing you can do is kind of figure it out. When I called to find out about the machine, the guy was like, yeah, hopefully, you know, it won't beat you up too bad. And I'm thinking, okay, what does he mean by that? But you basically angle it a certain way, and then you can you find like an equilibrium point where it rides on, you know, where it's not, you're not trying to tilt one way or the other, because otherwise it's jutting out. It's trying to fight you and take off. So you just kind of find a smooth spot. And then what I found was the best is you kind of make an even first pass, and just pick a section, you know, make an even first pass, and then you kind of just massage it and work your way back. I did an even first pass, and this is probably about second or third time that I just kind of spot check areas. But realistically, anything that remains on the bare concrete here, this is not the same as the diamond grit one that's intended to completely get you down to the bare concrete, right? This is just trying to give you a nice bite. So realistically, that'll get the job done. It's at a point now where I'm confident that, I mean, it's basically scuffed with whatever that flap disc is, the whole thing. I mean, it removed a ton of material, obviously the previous epoxy, but anything that remained on the concrete is obviously very well adhered. So if that has a bite, your epoxy that you're doing, which I'm doing the two-part, like I said, the two-part rock solid, that will grab that, and it should be fine. If for some reason there was some hot tire pickup and stuff like that, I'll deal with that later. I don't know, I'll probably put a race deck, four race deck tiles. The reason I didn't do the race deck, they have the cheap Vivor on Amazon and stuff, but I saw a lot of reviews about them warping and cracking if you drop stuff and if you turn the wheels. So rather than be $600 into that, I figured I'd be $500 into doing epoxy. And to be honest, a nicely done epoxy floor with some clear coat that's glossy and stuff, I really, really like how it looks, and I especially like how it feels. I'm kind of a barefoot garage type of mechanic in the first place, so I really like how it feels better to have the epoxy that's nice and clear. I haven't done that. I only did that in the home that I owned with my daughter's mother. So I remember that one. I mean, I was barefoot all the time. It's smooth, nice. You know, you got a little bit of that grit, so it's not too slippery if you're wearing Crocs, which apparently have made a comeback. Um, but other than that, I like it better. I just like it better. I think the race deck, it's easy. If this fails, I'll probably keep an eye on Marketplace to find either Swiss Tracks or Race Deck. You know, maybe the solid ones, possibly. But again, I think this will look just fine, and it's been prepared properly. So if you're gonna do it, even if you don't have a previous coating, I would strongly suggest you go ahead and rent this machine. It was, including the pad and the machine, for 4 hours, it was $150 basically with tax. And if I needed it for the past the 4 hours, the guy said just call, and it's only $20 more to keep it all day, which to me is a little ridiculous. But I guess they figure you're probably not going to get it done in 4 hours. So, but I will. That's it. Signing off.